The movie starts with a gangster named Blue ordering his right-hand man, the handler, to take his dog Bullet Head to the dogfighting arena. Bullet Head is pitted against 2 dogs. Despite the disadvantage of being alone, Bullet Head beats the other 2 dogs and kills them. The scene changes and we see 4 robbers named Addie, Stacy, Walker, and Gage on a run from the local police after a bank robbery. While on the run, their car hits a wall of an abandoned building, and as a result, Addie dies on the spot. Stacy, Walker, and Gage decide to take refuge inside the building as they wanted to be safe from the police. They enter the building and they see a big van parked there. Stacy tells his partners that it would take time for another car to come over, so they have to stay in that building. While Stacy and Walker talk about how to open the stolen safe, Gage asks Stacy for his bag with the drugs as he badly needs them. Stacy denies and they both start to argue with each other. Stacy tells Gage that it was he who made a mistake during the heist, and that's why the police are chasing them. Later, Stacy gives the bag to Gage and leaves. Stacy and Walker talk about their past while Gage is looking for a needle in the lockers. While searching for the needles, Gage hears a growling sound. When he goes to inspect the sound, he sees something horrible and freezes. He sees the dead body of a man with a dog. The scene shifts to Blue ordering the handler to kill Bullet's Head. The handler can be seen trying to kill Bullet Head with electric shocks, but the dog attacks him and he gets wounded. He then escapes the room and Bullet Head again attacks him. The scene shifts to the present, and Walker and Stacy can be seen looking for Gage while he stands in front of the dog. Stacy and Walker arrive at the spot and find the dog with the dead body. Bullet Head growls at them and starts to chase them. The trio luckily finds a room and locks themselves inside the room. Gage then realizes that he has left his bag in the locker room. He wants to bring back his bag, but Stacy stops him again. Stacy hits Gage in the face and he falls unconscious. Later, Stacy tells Walker about his girlfriend Grace, who he wants to join after the job. During the conversation, Stacy realizes that Gage has escaped from the room. On the other hand, Gage can be seen finding his bag and consuming the drugs. Meanwhile, the policeman enters the building in search of the robbers with the dog. Bullethead watches the policeman being kind to the dog. He backs up and walks away from the place. The policeman also leaves the building. In further scenes, we see Gage knocking at the door while Walker tells him to stay outside for some time. As a punishment, Stacy opens the door after some time, but as he opens the door, he sees Bullethead attacking Gage. Walker distracts Bullethead and he starts chasing Walker angrily. While on the run, Walker falls to the ground and gets wounded badly. Walker, Stacy, and Gage somehow manage to get inside another room safely. Stacy applies a bandage to Gage's wounds while he apologizes for his behavior. The trio then finds on a wall, which they find the names of the dogs who got killed by Bullethead. Gage tells a story about how he tried to save a wounded dog from his father, but his father killed it. Walker and Stacy, while inspecting the building, finds a secret room where they see a lot of money on a table. Stacy starts to put the money in his bag, and when they get back to the Gage, they find that he died because of an overdose. Walker tells Stacy that they should get out of the building. Shortly after, Walker asks Stacy to leave without him, as he's got not enough time. Walker is in the pain because of the wounds on his body. He asks Stacy to take the money to his girlfriend and enjoy his life. Stacy refuses to leave without him and finally remembers the van they saw in the parking lot. He assumes the dead man they saw with Bullethead to be the owner of the van. He goes to take the keys to the van, but is attacked by Bullethead. He takes refuge in a piano case placed in the center of the room. Bullethead searches for Stacy but finds nothing until a drop of sweat drops on the piano and makes a sound. Bullethead starts to hit the piano case and finally breaks it. Stacy falls down unconsciously. After some time, when he wakes up and sees Bullethead stuck under the piano, he helps him get free from the piano and Bullethead surprisingly spares him. Stacy then goes back to Walker and takes him to the van, but as they are about to leave the place, they get confronted by Blue. Blue notices the bag with money in Stacy's hand and starts shooting. Walker dies as a result of the shooting while Stacy manages to escape. Later, Blue again finds Stacy and starts shooting, causing him to fall into the water. Stacy is compelled to leave the bag and swim for his life. Shortly after, Stacy finds an opening and arrives at the dogfight arena. Blue again spots Stacy and shoots him in the leg. Stacy gets badly injured while Blue tells him how he was introduced to one of the most fearless dogs. In the meantime, Bullethead shows up, growling furiously at Blue. Blue orders his dog to come near, and when he does, Blue points the gun at him before shooting Bullethead. Blue glances over at Stacy, and at that moment, Bullethead attacks Blue and bites him right in the throat. Blue puts some bullets in the dog's body, but he continues to bite Blue, causing him to die. Stacy crawls towards Bullethead and pats him until he dies. In the end, we see Stacy walking on a beach to meet his girlfriend, while a puppy can be seen by his side.